Huntsman, TV, Rob, Kaylin, can you guys hear me? Let me know. If not, I'm on my phone. Yeah, I've dropped it a few times. Yeah, all right. Yo, can you guys hear me? Does that work any better? Can you guys hear me? You can hear me? Let me know, chat. Can you hear me better? Perfect. Rob. Kayla says we hear you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, Vex72 is in the chat as well. Thank you so now. Thank you for bearing with me and thank you for the suggestion, Rob, because I was crashing out. WB's in the chat. Kaylin's here. Rob's here. Thank you so much, guys. We're back in action, but I'm not going to lie to you. This is really weird. It's really difficult for me to hear my voice because it sounds like my voice is really loud in my head right now. But yes, Rob, you are clever. WB's exclaiming. Kaylin says, question of the day. Listen, guys, if you've got a question of the day, I want to hear it. And I really hope that this stream goes well because it's so weird for me right now. It sounds like I'm shouting and I'm trying not to shout, but I'm probably speaking at a normal volume. But we're going to persevere. We're going to persevere. And today, guys, what's up to the 12 people watching? I'm streaming with my AirPods in right now, and it's really difficult. My mic is broken on my phone, so I've got the earbuds in, and it sounds like I'm shouting. Really sounds like I'm shouting. So if I do shout, then I'm sorry. And if I don't speak loudly enough, then let me know because this is weird. All right, then. I'm glad to hear the call. Literally, we started the stream a few minutes ago, and people were like, "We can't hear you. We can't hear you. Your mic sounds underwater." And I was crashing out. I was like, about to crash out, guys, because I've not missed a stream in I don't know how many weeks. It's been a few months at this point, so I've never missed a stream. And I was like, damn, I've made it to Leeds. I'm on a work trip. I've made it to the hotel room. This new data package, and now my mic's crashing, and I can't do anything. I feel like I'm doomed. Doomed, I tell you. But we're persevering. WB says, I thought I was hidden because you didn't respond to me yesterday since I accidentally hid project. Oh, don't worry, WB. I didn't hide you or anything like that. I just didn't see your comments. Sometimes the chat moves really quick. So don't worry at all, WB. Keep it chill. Cam is back and says, hey, Edward, remember me? Yes, I do, Cam. How are you doing? Good to see you back in the chat. And Rob says, email me with 4 exclamation marks. Yes, Rob, I will. I'm super slow and behind at messaging generally and also at the moment, but I will email you. Thank you very much. And I know what your email address is now, so I can reach out. P2 is back in the chat. What's up to you, P2? Good to see you. And Sage is back in the chat on her her new name for her account. So shout out to Sage and shout out to everybody watching the stream right now. I was just on the chat. This is my first stream with my AirBuds in because my mic and my phone is basically done in, absolutely done for. And I think it's because I've dropped my phone too many times. So right now, I'm trying not to shout because, let me take one out. Try not to shout. No, it's not too bad. But in my head, it sounds like I'm really shouting. So I appreciate you guys persevering with me. As you can tell, I'm on a work trip right now. In fact, let me show you where I'm at. So I'm in my hotel in Leeds right now. That's Leeds Railway Bridge right there. That's quite a good shot, to be fair. That's not bad videography from yours truly right then. But listen, guys, I'm in a hotel. I've just got to the hotel, so it's a different stream today. But we're going to persevere. It's going to be a good one. And if you're, as always, please let me know who you are. Where are you watching in from? Where are you watching from? Where are you tuning in from? That was like a combined phrase. But anyway, shout out to everybody watching. Shout out to, who else have we got in here? Shout out to Coco. Good to see you, Coco. And Minato joined the stream for a second time, and the comment was hidden, but they said, mate, people would love to spend time on your stream, but they're stuttering in between, giving us bad experience. I'm hoping Minato is talking about my internet lagging rather than me stuttering. If it's me stuttering, then I'm in trouble. If it's my internet stuttering, then we can fix that. Vex72 says, what type of phone do you have? I've got an iPhone. It's not one of the latest iPhones, but it's not too old either. I think it's because I've dropped my phone. So if you're wondering what the context is, guys, I've got AirPods in right now, and to me, it sounds like I'm shouting. I've never streamed with AirPods in before. And yeah, my microphone on my phone is done for. I think it's because I've dropped my phone too many times. So Vex, I've got an iPhone, and hopefully we can improve the technical problems. Like, you know what? My passion for streaming has only been growing. Like, I've been streaming, as you guys know, 5 days of the week for like 3 months now. I haven't missed a single session. But I feel like technology is against me. Maybe I'm really, really bad with tech, but I've been having all sorts of difficulties. Can't connect the camera to the phone, can't get the mic working on the flipping phone. So we're persevering. We're persevering. But anyway, I digress. Let me get back to the chat. P2 says, I'm fine, I guess. I hope you are doing okay. We're sending hugs, as always. WB has left a quote, well, not a quote, a fun fact in the chat. And he says, fun fact, humans will go extinct in less years than you probably think. It's around 500k years. So don't extinct in 500,000 years. Humans will be no more. Kaput. No, not nada. That means nothing, but you know what I'm saying. Galen says, where is Huntsman? Huntsman was here before, but I don't know where he is right now. Zohar enters the chat with a bold opening line. And they say, hey, handsome hunk. Well, Zohar, that's a way to make an impression, quite a way to make an entrance to the chat. But it's nice to see you, and it's nice to see everybody out there tuning in right now. And Arthur says, I'm from London, Hassan. Oh, God. Hey, and Mr. 10 Years in the Joint, tuning from the UAE. How are you doing, Mr. 10 Years? Good to see you as always. Peanut Butter Jelly 5 says, do you like peanut butter and jelly jam? Peanut butter and jelly 5. We call jelly in the UK, we call that jam, as you've identified. And do I like peanut butter and jam? I love peanut butter and jam. Kaylin says, Edward, you missed my question of the day. What is the question of the day? Let's find out. Excuse me, let's find out. I can't find it right now. I'm rolling furiously. Okay, so the question of the day is from Kaylin, and she asks, if you could go back in time to your younger self and give advice, what would it be? That is a good one, Kaylin. You know what? As always, I'm going to let the chat answer this one first. But Rob, if you are still watching, oh, and Rob has replied because I'm actually curious to know what Rob's answer is because he is he's not in his 20s anymore, so he's got some life experience to get to share. But I've missed what Rob's reply was to Kaylin. I'm not sure. Maybe it's in the Discord. But in any case, we're getting back to the chat. What else have we got? Vex72 says, somehow, everywhere you go, you always have a similar background. Maybe a pale face standing out from dark backgrounds. I quite like this background, to be fair. For context, I am on a work trip. I'm in Leeds. I'm in a hotel room right now. Just got to the hotel room about 10 minutes ago. Jumped on chat. Unfortunately, my microphone was not working. That's why I've got AirPods in. And I'm getting used to it because I've never streamed with AirPods in. And it still sounds in my head like I'm shit. But thank you for the feedback, Vex72. What else have we got? Vexter72 offering more life advice or more advice says, don't drop your phone is the advice. Well, that is good advice, honestly. If I go back in time and give myself some advice, it would be don't drop your phone as much. But unfortunately, that was then, this is now, and we're moving on up. As who is it that said that? Who is it? Who is that song by? Moving on up. If someone knows in the chat, you know that song like Moving On Up, let me know. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to Google it. And Kamal is back and it says, hi, it's been so long because I need rent. Oh, well, Kamal, I hope your quest to secure the rent money has been going well. And it's good to see you back in the chat. Rob has left a dark response. I think black humour terms. I can't read that, unfortunately, but it made me chuckle. BCFC126 says, thoughts on Jamal? I don't know who that is. So, chat, who is Jamal Murray? Chainsaw Kid says, Edward, you missed my question. Chainsaw Kids, I don't remember seeing you in the chat. I will try and find you. Maybe it's been hidden. Was it a nice question? Was it a friendly question? Let me see. Now I've scrolled and I've scrolled and I've scrolled. WB says, hope that's in a good way. Are you talking to me, WB? Is that a question? Okay. WB also says, in 40,000 years, humans will barely be holding on due to extreme temperatures, 100 degrees on average. Well, I'll be honest with you, WB, I am glad I'm not going to be around for that because 30 degrees is hot enough in my mind. Mr. 10 Years says, I made my explosive introduction, but I don't think it showed up if it counted as a spam. Nah, no spam at all. Always love your introduction, Mr. 10 years in the joint. Um, what? BCFC is being a little bit rude and says, Edward, switch on. You need to rent, buy your house, cash, you idiot. You need rent, buy your house, cash, you idiot. What does that mean? And can anybody explain to me what that means? I don't know what the context is of that. I'm being an idiot. And then you say, you need rent. Kaylin's already hidden the message. It's gone. But what's not gone is the message from Yumi who says, Ed, missed you. Yumi, it's lovely to see you in the chat again. New profile picture, I see. Someone with what's to be a Japanese username says, are you homosexual? I am not homosexual, but thank you for the question. And if you, person with a Japanese name, are a homosexual, then you're very welcome around here. We embrace and accept people of all backgrounds, so welcome to the chat. Chainsaw Kid says, genuine question, my dude. Chainsaw Kids, I honestly don't know what your question was. I can't see it. It's not appearing for me. It's just not there anymore. So Chainsaw Kids, if you want to ask the question again, I will look out for it. Have I met anybody? Kaylin asks an important question, says, who the hell has not liked live? That's a great question. If you're out there right now and you've not liked the live, what are we even doing here? Ari is back in the chat, says, hello, remember me? Yes, I do, Ari. Were you Ari with one eye? Was that your username yesterday? I feel like that was you. And Kaylin says, no one disrespects Edward whilst I am here. Kaylin, I love that energy, that guard dog energy. Love it. Chainsaw Kid says, just before the question about being a homosexual was, yeah, Chainsaw Kid, scroll up the chat yourself, and it must have been deleted because, yeah, I can't see it anywhere, literally. So if you wanted to ask it again, be welcome to. Alrighty then, who else? Oh yes, Ari confirmed, saying yes, it was me. I changed my username a few times. Good to see you again once more. Olivia Marpessa is asking a rude question, which we won't acknowledge. Judith Blackwood is back in the chat. Good to see you, Judith. And Sterney's in the chat. Good to see you as well, Sterney. Hope you're feeling well today. Unverified says, do you have legs? Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. At 1 million subscribers, legs reveal. Judith Blackwood says, it's Judith Blackwood. Good to see you, Judith. As always, how are you doing? And Judith says, hi, hi, hi. Good to see you. Okay, Chainsaw Kids, do you prefer? Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready, Chainsaw Kids. I'm ready. Sterney says different spot. Yes, Sterney, this is actually a hotel room. I've just got to a hotel in Leeds. I'm on a work trip for the night. But still, the stream must go on. Unfortunately, Sterney says, I had another panic attack in masturbate. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Sterney. That is never easy, going through a panic attack, especially not in a public place. So I'm sorry to hear that for real. Yeah, Chainsaw Kids, you're just not leaving a question. You just say, do you prefer? And then there was no question. Maybe it's been deleted by YouTube. Maybe you're putting something offensive. I don't know. Kaylin says, could you read my last comment, please? I will have a look for it, Kaylin. I will do my best. Oh, I like this is a good one from Kaylin. She says, if you disrespect Edward, you've got to get through me. That's what I'm talking about, Kaylin. Love it. Shout out to Kaylin. Kids, there's some naughty person is deleting what I'm saying, but the thing is, Chainsaw, I think your message would appear as like hidden, right? So if any of the mods are deleting your kids' message, then don't do that for a minute. I want to see what Chainsaw Kids is. If it's rude or offensive, then we could just delete it. So Yumi asks, how you doing, mate? Yumi, I am not too bad, thank you. I am persevering because my phone microphone seems to be broken, and that's a pretty big problem, honestly. I'm going to be streaming 5 days of the week, and meant to be doing this house tour, so I don't know. I have to think on this one, guys, because I need to get this other camera sorted quick. And if I have got a broken mic on my phone, I need to get that fixed. Chainsaw Kid says, naughty, torty. And Sturley is also being a real one and says, yeah, if you have a problem with Edward, you have a problem with me. Sterney, big hugs to you. Big hugs to Kaylin. And Kaylin says, damn right, all in capital letters. Love it. And it sounds like Chainsaw is being blocked by the YouTubes. And that's what Rob's saying as well. How's everything with you, Rob? I've been so busy lately. Well, busy during my off time, if that makes sense. Which I guess makes me busy. Yeah, I've not really caught up with any of your streams, Rob. How's it been going? Any more mega viral shorts? I bet that one you did with like 200 plus, I bet that's still up there. Trigger Gamer 07 says, I am Batman. Well, take care of yourself, Trigger Gamer. Stay safe out there. And Kaylin is amping it up a level and says, if you're with Edward, you better sleep with one eye open. Flipping it. Don't mess with Kaylin. That is the take home message of this stream. Do not mess with Kaylin. I'm not messing with Kaylin. She's not to be messed with. Trigger Gamer follows up the last comment and says, the original comment Batman. The next comment is, I am Black Harry Potter. Well, well, well. What do you know? And Rob, under the Depression Talk channel, says 235,000, mate. Damn, that is a good effort. That is a good effort. Like a really good effort, to be fair. Crazy numbers. Yumi says, Ed, you're handsome when you smile. Well, Yumi, thank you. I need to find more reasons to smile, which sounds a bit negative, but yeah, I need to, I don't know, guys. I need to keep moving on up. Was it the Jacksons that said that? I don't know, but I need to keep moving onwards and upwards. MD Rajazone says, where are you from? I'm from England, the north of England, and I'm currently streaming from Leeds. I'm on a work trip. How about you, MD Rajazone? Where are you from? Boom, and I've caught up to the chat. Nice. Well, anyway, like I was saying, I hope everyone is doing well today. Hope you've had a good day. I am on 9% battery, so in a minute, we're going to have to switch locations again. That is... Oh, hang on a minute. Wait a minute. Hang on a chat. Hang on a minute. Just get this charger, see if we can plug ourselves in. And just for the record, let me turn the screen around so you can see what I'm looking at. So this is you from the hotel room. Like, when I say it's close to the station, like, the bridge is, like, literally right there. So it's super close. Uber close. The hotel is so close to the station. Okay, let's see if this works. Boom, we're charging. What a time to be alive. In a hotel room that work has paid for. 15 people watching the live. When we started the live, nobody could hear me because the microphone on my phone is broken. But you know what? We've got some earbuds. We're keeping the dream alive. So if you're out there, you know what to do. Hit subscribe, hit the like button, and jump into the chat. Become one of the members of the Republic of Chattistan. If you're out there, you're from chat. If you're in the chat, you're from Chattistan. Republic of Chattistan. And that means if you're in the chat right now, you are Chattistani. MD Rajazone says, I'm in India. Well, thank you for sharing, MD Rajazone. Always good to know where people are from. What else have we got in here? I've missed someone. Stitch 2192 says, can you say hi, Dino Boy? Hello, Dino Boy. Shout out to you if that's you on the Stitch channel. Ari says, I want to go to America one day and become a storm chaser. I've always loved tornadoes and big storms. Well, don't get too close to the storms, Ari. Don't get too close. And Yumi says, sending you lots of hugs. Yumi, I'm sending you lots of hugs. I'm sending everybody out there big hugs. And thank you so much for the apology. As always, Jamaica High. What a blast from the past. Jamaica High's back in the chat. Yo, what's up to you, Jamaica High? How are you doing? And Sterney, repeating the mantra as the ancient Chinese followers once said, hit subscribe to join the vibe. Thank you, Sterney, for repeating that. Kaylin says, Edward, make sure you read my next comment. Now, Kaylin said that all in caps, so she's not messing. She's not playing this evening. Jamaica Highs, who I'll just call Jamaica, as I usually do, says, Ed, what happened to Huntsman? Huntsman is around. He's around and about. He's probably getting a coffee somewhere in the background. But if you see a username called Tenor, that's Huntsman. He's changed his username. Who else have we got? So, Nico, I don't know how to say your name, but I'll call you Nico. You say, hi, twin. Hello, Nico. How are you doing? And what's up to the 18 people watching the stream right now? I hope you guys are well. I'm not in my usual location. I'm on tour. I'm on a work trip. I'm in Leeds, in the fair seat of Leeds. I got to my hotel room about 15 minutes ago, and we've been streaming 20 minutes ago because we've been streaming ever since. I'm actually just getting used to the earbuds as well. Normally, I never stream with earbuds, but I started streaming and everyone was like, we can't hear you. We can't hear you. I was like, what? I started the stream again. People were like, we can't hear you. Your phone's broken. I was like crashing out, guys. I was literally crashing out because I've not missed a stream. I've been streaming 5 days a week for a long time. I'll say a long time. It's been about 3 months, but I've not missed a stream in that period for any of those days. And for me, that's good consistency. but I thought I was crashing out because I thought I was literally going to have to end the stream. If no one can hear you, you can't stream. Do you know what I'm saying? You can either do like sign language, but people aren't here for that. They're here for the vibes. They're here for the chat. They're here. One of the chat members in Chatistan, Democratic Republic of Chatistan. And if you are in that, that means you are an honorary member of the Chatistani community. So jump in the chat and say hello. Kaylin, keeping it real, says, you mess with Edward, you mess with me. You have problem with Edward, you have problem with me. You mess with Edward, you are dead. Is that clear? Now, Kaylin, I love the support. Now, listen, guys, if you've just joined the chat, I'm going to read it again because it was a very passionate message. Kaylin in the chat says, you mess with Edward, you have problem with Edward, you have problem with me. You mess with Edward. Now, this is where it goes a bit rogue because she says, you mess with Edward, you are dead. Is that clear? 5 exclamation marks. Now, just to be clear, Kaylin's not to be messed with, but there'll be no killings around here. So Kaylin, don't try and dead anyone off, but for real, keep it friendly because Kaylin's on one of that. But for real, shout out to everybody out there right now. 23 people watching the stream. I'm in a hotel room in Leeds. Now I don't live in Leeds. I'm on a work trip, and I don't normally stream from here, but I'm here for the night. So you're gonna have to put up with different backgrounds. Like I said, we've got to the hotel room about 20 minutes ago, and like I said before, when I started the stream, people were like, "We can't hear you. We can't hear you." And I was like, "No." I started the stream again. They were like, "Nah, your microphone broken." And I was crashing out for real. I was about to, well, I was crashing out. I was like stressed. I was doing this. I was feeling really stressed, guys, because I've not missed a stream in a long time. And but if you've not got a microphone, what are you gonna do? If you've not got a microphone, you can't stream. And it was so annoying because I've really been trying to stay consistent 5 days of the week. And if you are new here, hit subscribe to join the vibe. This Sunday coming up, we've got a 500 subs house tour. Now, I just hit 500 subs the other day, and the date has been confirmed. So this Sunday, I'm going to show you around my little house. But with that being said, back to the chat, let me see what people have been saying. And if you're out there, if you're one of the 17 people watching, jump in and say hello. I would love to get to know you and give you a shout out. WB says, can I make an edit on you? Yes, WB, for real. I would be happy for you to do that. Do more clips, honestly. It'd be fun to get more clips on the go. So yeah, that'd be great, WB. And thank you, Rob, for confirming that the song. Now, earlier, guys, I said that I need to be like that song, Moving On Up. And I was like, who's that song by? Is it the Jacksons? I was like, let me know, chat. And Rob just said, Moving On Up was M People. Thank you, Rob, for confirming. Minotaur says, strange fact, Leeds Castle is in Kent. Is that a fun fact? Is that a troll fact? I don't know. I can't think right now. All I can think is that I've got to catch up with the. So I am. No. Lorm Tia says, so, hello, I kind of want to quarrel with you. I think that means quarrel. That's the first time I've ever met this person. The opening line, so, hello, I think I want to quarrel with you. Well, please don't quarrel with me. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here for a chill time, and these streams are all about good vibes, hanging out, meeting new people, coming together from all over the world. So if you are new here, hit subscribe to join the vibe, and please don't quarrel with me in the chat. Jamaica says, Ed, this is important. Are you ever going to do a house tour? Well, Jamaica, I'm behind with the chat, so hopefully you heard me say this Sunday, house tour is confirmed. So I'm looking forward to that. Yumi says, is Chatistan Democrat? 100%. Everybody in the chat right now is in the Democratic Republic of Chatistan. It means you, if you're in the chat, you are an honorary member of the Chatistani community. So worry not, strictly democratic vibes around here. Shelley says, Shelley Harper says, hi Ed, you go lad. You are doing great. Just out with the dogs. Have a good stream. God bless lads. Shelley, I'm sending you massive hugs as always. You always tune in when you're either just about to take the dogs out, and this time you're out with the dogs. So Shelley, I hope you have a lovely dog walk. I'm sending you a big hug and a big high five as always. Thanks so much for being positive, Shelley. It is lovely to you. And okay, we're skipping over the political and the religious comments because there's only two things we don't talk about on these streams, guys, and that's politics and that's religion. And the reason for that is not because we want to censor anybody or those things aren't important to people, but we want to leave differences at the door, and these streams will just be friendly, united streams wherever you're from, wherever you're at. Doesn't matter whether you're black, you're white, you're Asian, you're young, you're old, you're religious, you're young, you're poor. It does not matter. If you're here for a chill time, then you're in the right place. And that's why we don't talk about those two subjects because they can be quite divisive subjects. And I don't want someone to be like, oh, well, I'm from this place, or, you know, you follow this belief system, I follow this belief system. One says this, your one says that. You know what I mean? We want to keep it chill vibes. We've all got stuff going on in our lives. So it doesn't matter who you are, where you're coming from. If you're here for a chill time, you're in the right place. And Laura Margach says, hello, Edward. Hello to you, Lauren. Nice to see you in the chat. Have we got anyone else in the chat I've not said hello to? He's in the chat. Rob, of course, is in the chat. And Lauren is from Scotland. Now, for real, guys, I've said it many times before. I say it every time I stream, in fact. One of my absolute favorite things about streaming is connecting with people from all over the world in real time. We have people that watch streams from India, Pakistan, Germany, America, Canada, South Africa, where else? Ireland, Russia, Korea, literally all over the world. So if you're out there, if you're one of the 21 people watching, jump in the chat and say where you're from. I would get to know you. Okay then, and with that being said, um, Supple Outdoors says, I got today subscribers 36 and a total of 159. Good going, Supple Outdoors. That's gone. Road to 200 subs, here you come. Lorm says, democracy is good so long as the people is conscious. Can you comment? I think that's what you're saying. The people are conscious. Well, hopefully people are conscious, not just like not unconscious, but hopefully people are aware, are thinking. That's what it's all about. And for real, apart from those two subjects, religion and politics, I want the chat to be as open as possible. We want to encourage friendly conversation, sharing facts, jokes, getting to know one another, sharing cool things. Maybe you're from a particular place in the world and you think, oh, this is a cool thing that we do, or maybe the chat has never heard of this. Like I've learned all sorts of stuff from people in here, so it's always good to get to know where people are at and kind of what they like in life. And Ari is from Kurdistan. Thank you for sharing. Thank you, Rob, for having my back. Big up to everybody. Richard Yu is in the chat and says, hi, Edward. Hello to you, Richard. How are you doing? And Eddie's back in the chat and says, good to see you, John Marston. How are you doing? Possibly the time we've seen John Marston in the chat, so it's nice to see you, mate. It's always nice to see new people. We've got a lovely crew of regulars around here. As you can see, the chat is popping off, especially for a smaller channel. But we're growing. We're increasing. We are, what's another word for increasing? We're growing. That's all I'm trying to say to you. And listen, I'm not on my top form right now. I'm out of my natural habitat. I'm in a hotel room in Leeds. I don't know what's going on. But all I do know is that I need to get back to the. And Eddie says, Edward, I don't know if I told you, but I've hit 70 subs. You, Eddie, 70 subs is awesome, man. Awesome work. Soon you'll be at 100. So shout out to you. Have I missed it? Let me catch up. Rob's last comment was just erect. What is the context of that? I'm so confused. So confused. Just Rob under the depression. If you're watching this, just look at the last comment from the person called Depression Talk. There's no context, so I don't know what's going on. Lorm says, if the people is not conscious, it is a dangerous thing. That is democracy. Fair point, Lorm. Conscious, you got to be thinking. You got to be mentally free. That is the take-home message. What else have we got? Kaylin says, Edward, please read my comment. Kaylin says, Edward, I'm sad they won't let me kill anyone. Now, Kaylin, whilst I respect your passion, your enthusiasm, your determination, there'll be no killing on my watch. So keep it chill with the kill. Anybody else? Eddie says, Edward, give us a tour of the residence you are in right now. Well, if it was anybody but you saying that, Eddie, I'd be thinking, oh, that's a bit rude. Like, give us a tour right now. But you know what, guys? 16 people watching the stream, so why not? Let's do a little room tour. Okay, so we are in the hotel room in Leeds. It's a travel lodge. Now, if you know where a travel lodge is in Leeds, please don't come. I mean, you can, but like, don't come like trying to hound me. So this is the view in the hotel room. That is a bridge. You can see a train right there. Hang on a sec. There you go. The urban environment, right deep in the heart. That's quite a good shot to be. Shout out to everyone watching right now. I'm in a hotel room in Leeds. Leeds. That's in the north of England. And if you're out there, I would love to know, where are you watching from? So that's the view from the room. Let me show you. In fact, tell you what, let me turn the camera around for a second. Okay, so we've got the window that you just saw. We've got the bed, which I've not managed to destroy just yet. I'm going to set giant, guys. Wait for it. Yo, what's up to the chat? Now, we're going down to the bathroom. Is that handsome man at the end? What's up, everybody? All right. Okay, we made it to the bathroom. Yeah, the toilet's clean, all good. Now, I'm not going to lie, guys. Not the most luxurious of accommodation. Not the most luxurious of accommodation, but I've stayed in worse places. I have definitely stayed in worse places. But I would like to know, I'd be curious, how much, right? So the question is, guys, how much do you think this room costs for the night? So I'm in the north of England, city centre, by the train station. As you can see, very central. Let me show you the bed once more, just to get an idea. Just kind of standard room, right? Just like a standard chain room. Nothing too Nothing to speak of, really. Got my little coat hung up there. But I'd be curious if you're out there, how much do you think this room cost for the night? Because I saw the bill. I didn't pay for it. My work paid for it. I'm here for a work day tomorrow. But if you're out there and if you let me know how much you think the room cost for one night in British pounds. Let me know. All right, back to the chat. Um, okay, let me catch up. And big love as well to whoever's thrown up hearts at the side. I love it when people throw up hearts and emojis at the side. I love that. Eddie says, be respectful, no spam, no begging for mod, no keep chat clean, no religion or politics, and there's the Discord link. Thank you very much, Eddie. That's super helpful. If you are on Discord, guys, check out the comment which I'm about to pin now. So it's the pinned comment. If you want to jump in the Discord, we'd love to see you in there. The water is warm and it's a really nice place where we continue the conversation 24/7. As you know, I stream 5 days a week. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco days of the week. But when we're not streaming, we're hanging out in the Discord. And thank you to Arthur Rideal. Arthur Ride or Arthur Rideal. Well, I could call you Arthur. And you say £75 per night. So the question was, guys, how much is the hotel room that I'm in right now costing for one night? So we've had a guess of £75 from Arthur. We've had a guess £60 from Lauren. Eddie says 120. So we've got three guesses. HG is going £33. Now HG, that is a rogue guess. But we'll see. So far we've got 60, 75, 120, and 33. So if you're watching right now, one more view of the room. Standard room. I'll start with window, just standard hotel room. And you've seen bathroom already. So the guesses we've had in the chat, £60, £75, £120, and £33. She says £33.99 is a cost per night for a standard. Kit Cut says 25. Kit Cut. No, all right. Eddie says £90 per night, all inclusive. Love the specific nature of that reply, Eddie. Well, I'll tell you guys, this hotel room was £104 per night, which I think is quite a lot, personally, for what you get. I think that's quite a lot. You don't get much for your money these days. Like, it's not a bad room. Like, I'm not being funny. It's not a bad room, but yeah, 15, like £104 for a travel lodge for one night is, I don't know. I don't know, guys. Shout out to KitKut as well. I think it's the first time I've seen you here before. And I am low IQ 2.0. Can we discuss LGBTQ plus? Yes, we can. As long as it's friendly and respectful and it's not like hating on anybody, then for real. Like these chats, it's not about me censoring anybody, but we keep it friendly and sensible. Like we do have people who are who not here right now, but we do have chat members who are part of that community. Some people are going through a journey on that. Some people are discovering their identity. And so yeah, we sent, like I said before, you're very welcome. Doesn't matter what your sexuality or what your gender is or anything. Like as long as you're here for a chill time, you're a nice person, you're very welcome. Okay, with that being said, let me get back to the chat. And Eddie says, I was closest. You were closest. You were closest. And Arthur says, my gosh, too much. Yeah, for real, Arthur. Like, I'm not going to lie, I'm glad I'm not paying the bill. Because if I was paying the bill, £104 for the travel lodge room, and it's not bad. Don't get me wrong, it's not bad, but £104 is a lot for one night. I think it is anyway. And yeah, if I'd paid £104, let's just say I wouldn't be too happy. Mattel Barbie's in the chat and says, hi. Hello to you, Mattel. How are you doing? And you say, where are you from? I'm from England, the north of England. I'm currently in a hotel room in Leeds. I'm on a work trip. And I'm here for one night only. And then it's back to my neck of the woods, which is closer to Manchester. Yo to Logan, who's in the chat. How are you doing? Good to see you, man. And Ronan is back in the chat. In the chat once more. Ronan says, hello, good friends. Good to see you, Ronan. Ronan, who recently adopted a son for the first time. W. Ronan, how's everything going, Ronan? Cool. And I go up to the chat just like that. Just like that. I'm out of debt. I'm out of the debt with the chat, which is fabulous. Oh no. Kaylin says, I love how Sterny, Edward has no idea what me and Sterny have been saying. Oh gosh, and Kaylin says, I'll let you live 1 millisecond if you mess with Edward. Now please, Kaylin, don't go crazy. Don't go too crazy. Imagine if I got like a couple of subscribers and then you went rogue and it was like YouTuber's young community member goes rogue and kills someone. So please don't do that, Kaylin. Both for the person who would get killed sake and my sake and your sake. Let there be no killing. What got in here. Kaylin says, oh no, Red Kaylin's coming out. Okay, and Ronan says, I'm doing good. Got the flu, so the kids are with my sister. Ah, fair play, Ronan. And shout out to Arthur, who's been real in the chat, says W Ronan. That's what we like to see. Bit of positive energy, support. Love it. Absolutely love it. And for real, guys, as always, if you are out there, please do not forget to say who you are and where you're from. I love meeting people from all over the world. I'm going to say the story again. Not that you asked for it, but I'm going to tell you again. The first ever stream I did was from Narita Airport in Japan about 3 months ago. It was like mid-February. And someone asked me, why did you go live? And I just thought, you know what, let me try going live. Let me see what it's like. I did. It was fun. People started hanging out in the chat. And I love the fact that people like were in the chat were like, yo, I'm Mohammed from Pakistan or whatever. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I'm in Tokyo. Oh, and yeah, in Tokyo, I'm in Japan. Mohammed's in Pakistan, but we're connected by the YouTubes, by the algorithms. So pretty cool if you ask me. And he says, you on the hotel Wi-Fi? Right, this is another thing, guys. This is another wild fact. And I wish there was like 50 people watching this live right now just to engage with this crazy fact. When I got to the hotel, they gave me, let me show you, in fact. Let me show you what they gave me. So the very nice woman on reception gave me the hotel card, as you do. Actually, I was nearly made a crazy mistake and nearly showed you what room I'm in, which would have been dangerous. But let me flip the camera around so you can see what I'm seeing. Look at this, guys. Wi-Fi is free for 30 minutes. The room costs £104 for the night, but you don't get free Wi-Fi. I wish there was like 1,000 people watching live right now. Wi-Fi is free for 30 minutes. Bruh, that is crazy. 30 minutes, you pay £104 and you don't even get Wi-Fi for the night. Crazy. Okay. HG says, back to my laptop recommendations now. In case you didn't know, guys, I'm soon buying a laptop. In fact, it's due, to be fair. I should have bought it ages ago. But yeah, I am buying a laptop. And I was asking HG for some recommendations, and he says Lenovo IdeaPad for a 620 or a MacBook Neo for 599 or 699 for something else. We can't see the next comment. And HG says 16 extra quid for free Wi-Fi, by the way. What? And a good question from Arthur, who says, do you prefer Travelodge or Premier Inn? Ooh, you know what? Maybe Premier Inn, I've not been to a Premier Inn in a while, but I associate them with being comfy. Maybe that's those adverts they did a while ago, like years ago, Lenny Henry, and he was looking really comfortable on the beds in Premier Inn. But I feel like Premier Inn, what do you reckon, guys? And Eddie says, Edward, get a Lenovo Loga, or is that Ioga? Interesting recommendation. Now, AI was recommended to me a Lenovo Loke or LQ, mainly because it's got a powerful graphics card in, and that's what I need for streaming. I need something that has a powerful graphics card in. Which actually, the one I was looking at, Eddie, is a Lenovo. The Lenovo Locks or Lokes are or LOQs are gaming laps. Now, I'm not even a gamer, as you know, but I want to get a gaming laptop so I can stream because I think it's really good for that. Apparently, the graphics cards. And Queen is back in the chat. She says, "Hey, good to see you, Queen. How are you doing? What a lovely surprise." Thanks for the support on the videos as well. It's really much appreciated. And and Eddie says, not a and you said a yoga. What? Where we go? Missed the comment. We're scrolling. I can't find it. We're gonna come back to that one. Sage says, sorry I disappeared. I was making another paper rose because they're really tiring but really fun to make. Oh, nice, Sage. You'll have to share a picture maybe if you can. Have I missed anybody? What have I missed? Queen says, good to see you too. I hope you have had a lovely day. Oh, Queen, thank you very much. My day has not been too bad. I am currently in a hotel room in Leeds. We'll probably do another little tour in a minute. I'll do a quick little spin. We are currently in a hotel room in Leeds. I got here about 45 minutes ago because it was only about 5 minutes before I got through the door, and then I started streaming because the stream. How about you, Queen? How has your day been? Ken says, Edward, you've missed my comment. I'm going to try and find it, Kaylin. I'm going to do my damned best. Kaylin says, Edward, sturdy, I'm her weapon. Yeah, I don't want to call you a weapon, Kaylin, but you are a dangerous force like a weapon. And HG says, bye-bye, see you tomorrow. Or is that someone else going? Think it's HG. Well, see you tomorrow, HG, if that is you going. And Jazz is in the chat. The lovely Jazz tuning in from Canada, many miles away. How are you doing, Jazz? How has your day been? You probably can't answer that because you're probably working right now, driving around 8 tons of Canadian steel. Out of interest, or Shay, I have no idea how much your tow truck actually weighs, but it's probably several tons, isn't it? I reckon it must be several tons. Well, it has to be because even a small car is like a ton and a half. So your tow truck's probably, I don't know, it could be anywhere from, in my mind, your tow truck could be anywhere from like 3 tons to 8 tons. I don't know. That could be totally wrong. It could be like 30 tons or like 2 tons. I don't know. I'm gonna Google this after the stream ends. I'm gonna Google how heavy is a tow truck. How heavy is a standard Canadian tow truck? And Sage says, if you like, I'll post a picture of my rose in the post section of my channel. Sounds good, Sage. Thank you very much. No way. And Eddie says, I'm watching your stream on my, and I ain't joking. Are you really telling me that there's a screen on your fridge? Because if I'm currently on someone's fridge, that is wild. That is crazy to me. But I'm not against it. What else have we got? Someone just hit that comment. Eddie deleted that comment. Not to be rude or anything, but okay. We'll skip a comment, but Zara Lifestyle is back in the chat and says, hello from India again. Good to see you, Zara. How are you doing? Love the energy. Thanks for tuning back into the stream again. It's nice to have you with us. I hope your day has been a good one. I'm currently in a hotel room in Leeds. I'm going to spin once more for the chat. You guys are probably sick of seeing the rotation, but that's where I am right now. I'm not at home. I'm in a hotel room in Leeds. I'm on a work trip here for one night only. All right, then. Let me catch up a little bit. Okay, and Eddie says, it's a Samsung one that is technically my friend's as at his house, but we share it as at his house a lot. That's fun. So does that Samsung fridge literally have a screen on it? And you're like casting, how does it work? Are you casting this YouTube stream to the fridge? Is that really what's happening? Crazy if so. And Sage says, just posted. Thank you, Sage. I will have a look after the stream. Ari says, one time I had a huge fight with a boy and he slapped me, one of my bones. I was holding back tears and he called me a crybaby. To this day, he still calls me a baby. At that time, I was 11. Well, he sounds like a pretty horrible boy, to be honest with you, Ari. And I would stay away from him. I would not bother spending time with that guy. And if that's you have to spend time with because you're in a class with him or something, then just, keep up. Don't let the bullies win and focus on things which are important to you. So if you're into sport or you're into music or you're into business or you're into fashion, whatever, put your energy into focusing on that. Enjoy it. Give your energy to that. Hallie says, sorry, I'm busy. Can't talk right now. Goodbye. See you later, Hallie. It was nice to have you briefly in the chat with us. And take care of yourself. And we'll see you on another stream soon. What else have I missed? Casual Mike 29 says he's got a voice for audiobooks. Now, at first, I thought that was a hate comment. And I thought, hang on a minute. That's a good thing. You want a voice for audiobooks if you're speaking. So Casual Mike 729. WTU, thank you for jumping in the chat. And thanks for the nice comment. Queen says, where's it gone? Oh, okay, I did miss your comment, Queen, but I've scrolled up super quick and you said, looks cozy. My day has been all right. Just work, then clean. Rolling eyes face. Excited for tomorrow, though. A day off, so going out with my camera on a hike. Oh, look, that sounds like a good way to spend a good way to spend a day or an afternoon or whatever you're doing. That sounds lovely. Which part of the country? Not you don't have to be too specific, but like the north, the south, the east, the Midlands, if you don't mind sharing. Or maybe you're not in England at all. Maybe you're in Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland. Who knows? Maybe you might be going rogue and maybe not from the UK at all. But I'm pretty sure you are, Queen. But in any case, I hope you have a life tomorrow. And it also sounds like a productive one as well with the cleaning. So good job to Queen. Alrighty. Robin Easter is back in the chat. No, I tell a lie. It's not Robin Easter. It's Robin Neimer. That's another Robin. Or is that Robin? Is that our Robin? Is that Robin, original Robin? I don't know. Ari says, well, I've got to go now. Goodbye, guys. Goodbye, Ari. Nice to have you in the chat with us again. And have a good rest of your night. And good luck with studying as well. Oh, and Sterney says, and Kaylin, like my older sister, so if you mess with her, you're going bye-bye. Sterney, you and Kaylin are getting pretty revved up tonight, but please, no aggression. I appreciate the what's the word? The support, the loyalty, the determination. But don't end anybody. Zara says, by the way, you're so pure-hearted, and I love it how you just appreciate India. Damn, oh, thank you, thank you for the appreciation. For real, it's much. Well, I was about to say it's much appreciated, but it is. I really do. I really am grateful for the comments and the nice feedback. And like I said before, India is one of those countries which I want to visit. I must visit one day. And like I said, it'd be cool to do an IRL stream from India. That'd be pretty cool. Like I can just see myself, maybe it's a total fantasy, but I can see myself like in some Indian neighborhood, and all the locals like, who's this guy? Who's this crazy white European? Like, what's he doing? And then I'm just there like, guys, like, yo, and everyone's like, but then after a minute they're like, hmm. So I can see that. Um, Yumi says, Ed, you're sweet. Yumi, you are sweet. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the positivity. And shout out to the 15 people watching this stream now. In case you're watching the stream for the first time, this is not my usual background. I'm actually in a hotel room in Leeds. One more rotation. There we go. Woo! So yeah, trip, which is why I'm not in my usual spot at home, but the stream must go on. And Robin says, it's me, please, internally screaming. Robin, I thought it was, but I was second guessing myself because there's somebody else who's also called Robin with an Robyn. And their name is something, not doesn't have the gamer in, but it threw me off. It threw me off. And everyone's saying, Robin! Okay, and Queen, talking about where she's from, says, I live in Durham, but going over to Scotland, actually. I love the wildlife there. I'm thinking of post on here. Okay, well, Queen, let us know when you do, and me in the chat will be happy to go give you a subscribe and started on your journey. And go for it. Why not? You've got very little to lose and a lot more to gain. So go for it. I wish you all the best with that. Um, Sage says, I currently have 2 paper roses on my bedside table. Well, that's 2 more roses than on my bedside table. So good work on those roses, Sage. And Robin says, something I don't know to prove it. I just told you what happened in the venting channel. Now, Robin, it is true. There is nobody, or nobody could have known what you said in the venting channel unless they were in the Discord and unless they were called Robin or at least had access to a pair of eyes that could see that. My point is, if you were Discord, it wasn't you. And Robin, I think it was you. uh, okay, we'll try and find Kaylin's message to humour her. So I'm going to scroll up. At the speed of light. Okay, Kay originally said, Sterny is like a little sister to me, so if you mess with her, you are done for. Pew pew. Love it. I mean, not the threats of gun violence, but otherwise, I love the spirit. What else is in? Kaylin is going. So if you are going, Kaylin, then big hugs to you as always. And thank you, Sage. To distinguish between the two Edwards, EdwardCares, that's me. Some people call me Ed. I do go by Edward, but if you call me Ed, we won't fall out too much. But there is another Edward in the chat, and he goes by Eddie. That's Edward 2. What else have we got in here? Let me catch up. Robin says, it's me, I'm conniving. I believe it is Robin, don't worry, I know it's Robin. Robin says, Rob! Auto Passion Automobile 71 says, hello, good to see you, Auto Passion, shout out to you. And Kaylin says, bye now. And Kaylin, yeah, please, no duffing anybody up. Oh, that's nice. Put my feet up, quite literally. There we go. Chilling. Chilling. I need to get a facial roller and moisturize my face. Auto Passion says America. I guess Auto Passion, that's where you're from. If you are from America, shout out to you. Good to see you in the chat. And Robin, the real one, is confirmed. Worry not, Robin. I knew it was you. Foxy, the Fox of Foxy Fan Club fame is back in the chat and says, now then, Foxy. Good to see you. How you doing? I am currently in a hotel room in Leeds. So I'm on tour for the night, and it's one night only. So that's why I've got a different backdrop this evening. But as I said before, the stream must go on. Rob says, why doesn't Robin have mod? Well, Robin did have mod, Rob, but she changed her channel. But it's a good point. The Robin Easter is now a moderator. Eddie says, Edward, make me an administrative mod. If it's all right, Eddie, I will just keep the mods as they are for the time. As we've got a lot of mod activity, a lot of mod. I can't think of the pun. I can't think of a pun right now. My brain is running slowly. Foxy says, how long you been on for? Foxy, I've been on for 51 mins, to be nice. You know what's weird actually is that I forget that you guys can't see that because when that Foxy, how long you've been on for, I was thinking, oh, it should be at the top of the screen. But when I click on other people's lives, it doesn't tell me, does it? It only tells you if you're the one streaming. So yeah, we've been streaming 51 minutes, right? We've got 15 people watching the stream, 28 likes on the stream. Now listen, the other time, last night streamed, we got to, I think last night we broke a new record. It was absolutely epic last night. We got to 63 likes, which was a super cool effort. So thanks to everybody who was here for that stream, breaking a record with me. Very cool indeed. And as you know, we recently hit 500 subs on the channel. So this Sunday it is now confirmed. We're doing the house tour. I'm going to show you around my little house. Currently not in my house, I'm in a hotel room, but I hope you will join me for that one. Um, Robin says, so sorry for these channel problems. No worries at all, Robin. Nothing to apologise. And Foxy says, thought you weren't on tonight. Maybe I misunderstood world record, mate. Now, Foxy, it wasn't a world record, but it was certainly a channel record for me. It was 63. Now, maybe one of those was a bot like because morning it showed a 62. But listen, 62 is still one better than the previous record of 61. I think it was 61. But anyway, listen, guys, we're doing awesome in any case. So it's all good. And Yumi says, I've got to go. Take care, Ed. Take care, Yumi. Thank you, as always, for the lovely vibes. Great to have you with us. And have a good rest of your day or night. Speak to you soon. Rob says, take care on back level on earbuds. It's a good tip, Rob, because these earbuds have not been charged in some time. And if it suddenly goes terrible audio, well, it should tell me actually. It does often say battery low, so it should tell me like battery low, like that. It's like battery low. That's the sound it makes when these go low. So hopefully we won't have that on the stream tonight. Robin says another fun fact from Robin. She says another thing only I know. I've been around since 200 subs. That is cool, Robin, because we're currently on. I don't know. I don't know why I just pulled my screen down like it would show me. I don't know. If you guys are out there right now, let me know how many subs I'm on if you would. I think before this stream it was like 513, I want to say. Well, that's cool, Robin. So you've been here for more than half of the growth of my channel. Very cool. Rob says I would use one at a time, no problem. Yeah, that's a good shout, to be fair, Rob. That is a good shout. Sterney says W Edward, W Cat, W Stream, W Mods, W all round. For real. We catch up. Foxy says mine say battery low. Does it say that in the same way, Foxy, when it's like, I'll give say it once more. It's like you're just listening to your stuff, you're just chilling, and then all of a sudden it's like battery low. That's what my earbuds do when it's going low. Macaroni is here and says hello finally after like 4 weeks. New setup. Macaroni, great to see you. Well, not strictly a new setup, still on the iPhone, in a hotel room in Leeds. So I'm not at my house at the moment. We're in a random hotel room right now. I'm here for a works trip. Now, in terms of the new setup, I bought a new camera. Still having problems connecting that camera to my phone and then using the phone to stream, like basically use that as the internet for the camera. But we are moving on up, as Apple once said, or famously sang in the song, we're moving on up. So, in any case, Macaroni, it's good to see you. Hope you're doing well, and thanks for jumping in the chat again. Priyanshu is back and says, nothing is terrible for me for a short time. Yes, ups, downs are part of life, but once we learn, nothing worse happens for me, at least for now. Priyanshu, that is a very stoical attitude to take, and it's good to see you back in the chat as well. Interesting. So WB, who's making an edit for me, says there's a part in the edit where you kind of prove the contestants wrong, so letting you choose the text. I'm intrigued, WB. Very intrigued. Foxy talking about the battery low. It's like battery low. Yeah, the low crushes your spirit. It's like low. And Eddie says, Edward, buy an iPad Air with a keyboard stand other than a laptop. It's a good suggestion. I just think from what I've read online, I think I need the gaming laptop with the powerful graphics card. That's what the artificial intelligentsia has been telling me. And Abby, the lovely Abby, is back in the chat and says, good to see you, Abby. Abby, it's lovely to see you. How are you doing? It's always a pleasure when you pop by. Priyanshu says, I love your decency level. So soothing. Priyanshu, what a lovely thing to say. Thank you so much. And honestly, we try and keep it chill around here. That's why I always want it to be a chill, welcoming, friendly space. I've said it a million. We've all got stuff going on in our lives. People are stressed, they're depressed, they're anxious. So when we're streaming, we want it to be nice, friendly, positive, good vibes, good times. and all of that. Foxy says, "Don't bad, mate. We've had two and had to send them back. Absolute rubbish." To be honest with you, Foxy, my days of I was never an Apple mega fan. Like, remember about what 6 years ago to 10 years ago, it was like Apple hysteria. Like people were like Apple, absolutely going crazy over Apple. Like every Apple product that came out, the new iPhones, the new iPads, the new MacBooks, everyone was like, "Oh my God, it's the top of the range." And honestly, I think there's a lot of great alternatives to Apple. I'm not a big tech guy. I'm not an expert at all. But the thing I never liked Apple, I never liked how they try to lock you into their ecosystem. Whether it's like the operating system or the phone charger, stuff like that. I never liked that. And personally, I much prefer Windows for like the laptop for computers. I prefer the format of Windows. I really do. That's what I grew up with. I like them more. I just feel like you can do more with that sort of stuff. Steph in Faith. No, yes, Steph in Faith 93 says, "Hey, hello to you, Steph. Good to see you." Love that energy as well. And Eddie says, Edward, watch last two shorts and see what you spent 2 hours doing. I am nervous to watch those shorts, but I will do so. Thank you, Eddie. And thank you, Robin, for the update. If needs be, you can message me on Discord. And Fortnite means Fortnite says, "Hi, good to see you." Fortnite means Fortnite. Abby says, "You're too sweet, Edward. Much love." Abby, I'm sending much love and big hugs back to you as always. And I'm sending hugs to everyone watching the stream right now. There are 14 people watching the stream. Some of them are the regular. Maybe you're one of the new people around here. So if you're new around here, jump in the chat and say hello. I would love to give you a shout out. Um, and Priyanshu says, "I mean, you're the only person I know who speaks my name correctly." Oh, well, Priyanshu, I do my best. I don't always write, but I do always want to get people's names correct because I don't like when people get when they get my name wrong. And I think it's a mark of respect, isn't it? If you want to show someone that you want to get their name correct. But I must say that there are some people that join the chat and their name is like one long big name, and I can't decipher what it is because there's no space between their first and their last name. Um, Oh God, Rob's not messing around either. Foxy says, "Haven't had me tofu yet, mate. Still not sure, lol. Got a copy of your meal. I'm eating ramen ATM." Oh, Foxy, keep an eye on the sell by date. Tofu is good like that. It will last for like a good amount of time. I don't know when you bought it, but usually whenever I get tofu at the shop, it's always got at least like a month on it. So you're fine for now. But yeah, as I said, mate, for the first time, keep it simple and don't be afraid if it doesn't taste delicious. Now you're going to find it's quite a bland flavor. That's the thing with tofu. It's quite a mild, neutral flavor. Now, obviously, as you know, I don't eat meat, but how chicken, for example, is not a very flavor. It doesn't have a strong flavor, so that's why people put stuff on it. Tofu is the same. It doesn't have a strong base flavor, but that means a great carrier of flavor, whether that's sauces like marinades, raw coatings, whatever you want to do with it. So yeah, don't be afraid to go heavy with the seasoning, honestly, mate. Like whatever your favorite type of seasoning is, like I say, whether it's barbecue. I think did you say you had some barbecue sauce, maybe? But whether it is like barbecue sauce or like salt and pepper or garlic powder or whatever you like to put on your food, give it some of that on the tofu and crisp it up, and jobs are good. And Foxy, I've just caught up with your comment. You say going to put barbecue sauce in, mate. That, honestly, Foxy is a great shout. That is a good place to start because, like I say, just crisp the tofu up, get a good amount of barbecue sauce on there. You know what you can even do, wanted to go rogue, maybe not for your first time, just so you can get like a sense of how to cook it. But what you could do, you could literally chop the tofu up into pieces like, I don't want to give you a measurement, but like not massive thick pieces because obviously the thicker something is, the longer it takes to cook. But you don't want to go too sliver. You want to have it like, like a piece like that, maybe something like that. Or if you want it chunky, you can do it in cubes. But I would personally, I cut mine into, hang on a sec. Let me just get the phone between the legs. Wait for it. Wait for it. There. So I get into like a piece like that, right? So it'll come Sainsbury's block. It'll come like that, and I like to sort of cut in like that sort of thingy, but like thinnish. Do you know what I'm saying? Kind of like a slab. And then yeah, what you can even do is you can like cut into slabs and then marinate it in the barbecue sauce. Like just put it in the barbecue sauce, go away for an hour, come back, put that in the pan. But the thing with that is that obviously barbecue sauce has a lot of sugar in, which means that it caramelizes quickly. So if you're going to do that, just don't have like crazy amounts on the outside. I'm rambling, but you'll be fine. You'll enjoy it. Pardon me. Okay, and thank you everybody for keeping it respectful in the chat. Much appreciated. And what else have we got in here? WB says, "Did you reply to my latest comment? If so, please tell me what you know." WB, I think your last comment or the last one I read out was you said I've created a video, and you get to choose what happens with the contestants. That was the last thing I saw. If you've just joined the stream, shout out to you. I'm currently chilling in a hotel in Leeds. I'm on a work trip, and I'm in a travel lodge room that cost £104 for the night. It's not the most glamorous of rooms, not the most luxurious, but it's all right. But for £104, it's a little bit pricey. Foxy says salt, pepper, and BB. Nice. That sounds like a good shout, mate. Honestly, classic combination. Um, okay, we're catching up. Abby says, have fun, guys. See you again. Peace and love, Edward. It's 2 a.m. for me. I'll come say hi, super. Abby, I'm hoping you're still here because, as always, I'm sending you a huge, huge hug. I just got distracted by a message. But I'm also seeing, but for real, Abby, it was lovely to see you, and take care and have a good rest of your night and sleep well. She says, Tofu Talk, mate, I like it. Foxy, that should be a thing, right? That could be a segment on the channel. Maybe a segment on the channel where, like, oh, you've just given me an idea. Foxy, me and you between us have come to, we've brainstormed between us. I think I might make that like once I start doing fun videos, I could have a video series, like a series where it's just called Tofu Talk, and it's me sat eating tofu. Because I eat tofu all the time. And it's not about like, oh, look at me cook this tofu, like I'm Chef Edward, I'm so skilled. It's not like that. Maybe it's literally me just sat eating, chatting and chilling and vibing. So thank you, Foxy, for the brainwave. Oh, thank you, Abby. Foxy, spitting pure music to my says my chicken ramen says it's vegan, lol. Authentic chicken ramen, not vegan, vegan edition. Well, that sounds good. What brand of is it like a cocoa? Like cocoa, what sort of brand is it, Foxy? I'd be curious to know. And just for the record, I love ramen. I told you before, I'll tell you again. Right, it's a huge W from me. Oh, I think I told you as well when I was in Korea, or maybe you've seen the short that I did. When I was in Korea, because there sometimes it was difficult for me to find food, and I was getting really hungry, and I found this on Google, and it was like a 24-hour ramen shop. It would never work in the UK because people would just trash it. It was a real shame, honestly, because it was just shows you how like things can be, and it was literally like this little shop. There's all these like racks of ramen, like dry packet ramen all. You just choose the one you want. You take it to the till, like the electronic till. There's no one in there. You just scan it. You pay for it on your card or with notes. And then there's like a little station off to one side where they've got like all different condiments and like spring onion and pickled turnip. And what else did they have? Bean sprouts. And it was good. It was damn good, honestly. And it was about £4.50, so not like cheap for instance, but honestly, if they had one of those in this country, they need a security guard like they have at Mackey's. They do really well. It was really good stuff. And it was this ones as well, clearly labeled vegan, so that was fun. There's a lot of talk going on in the chat, so hopefully we can leave that behind. That one homeless clown says, "Hello, Beanie." Who's Beanie? What's Beanie? I don't know what that is. Foxy says the Foxy fan club initiative. Demi Ramen Chicken. V label international vegan. No, wait, I did not know Demi Ramen. Yeah, a vegan one. Interesting. Who is Beanie? Now that homeless clown says, "Hello, Beanie." Me. Who's Beanie? I don't know. I think are they called Beanie and they're asking for a shout out? I don't know. Oh, they're trolling. Fair enough. It is what it is. Fox says Demite noodles eat ones. Fair enough. Fair enough, Fox Minister. It's a hat. It's a hat. I don't know what that means. It's a hat. That one homeless clown. Do us a favour and stop spamming certain numbers in the chat. Looks like that one homeless clown's gone for a nap. See you later, that one homeless clown. Take care now. Oof. Rob timed that guy out. Right out. Thank you to Rob for the ruthless, the swift and decisive timeout. That needed to happen, honestly. For Foxy Ministers, nice, a beanie equals a hat. I know what a beanie is, but is somebody telling me like hello beanie, as in like hello hat head? Is that what they're saying to me? Is that what it's come to? Is that what I've been reduced to? I've been just reduced to a hat. Sage says, chat, I know I'm not a mod and this is targeted to Rob, but can we please keep things PG, please, as kids say? Yeah, 100%, guys. We always try and keep it PG, and respect and thanks to everybody that does keep it PG. And as Sage said, there are youngsters here. We try and keep the chat super friendly and open to all. We don't want it to be a place of censorship. We don't want you to feel like you can't say what you want. But yeah, we try and keep the swearing down. We try and keep the adult humor or themes down. We want it to be a place where everyone can come. And Music Enjoyer is back in the chat and says the goat is live. Sorry for not being here for a while. Had no time. Do not worry at all, Music Enjoyer. And if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but I feel like it's late where you are. Pretty sure you're 4. It's Are you in India or have I made that up? I feel like you've told me the time before where you are and it's late. So Music Enjoyer, no worries whatsoever. Thank you for jumping in the chat with your usual entrance. It's always good to see you. Okay. So chat is just doing its thing, sorting itself out. Well, you know what, guys? While the chat chats its way through to a resolution, I'm going to show you the hotel room once more because maybe people didn't see it before. Well, maybe you probably did. But let's do another tour whilst we're here because I'm only here for one night. So there's a little train going by. Now, can you see the silhouette? There you go. Hello, chat. Hello, chat. So yeah, like I said, oh, let me zoom. Can I zoom in on live? I can. Hell yeah! I've never zoomed in on live. It's not really a very interesting zoom in, but there you go. So we are doing a little. So if you're just tuning in right now and you're thinking, why is moron waving at a mirror? That's because we are in Leeds, the fair city of Leeds, here for one night only, and it's really difficult to concentrate on this mirror, not this screen over here. So with that being said, let me go through to the bathroom. Yo, and like I said, right, guys, not a bad hotel room. Don't get me wrong, but £104, like, I don't know, guys. I don't know. So I'm just glad that work's paying for it, not me. But yeah, let me get back to the chat, see what everybody's saying. Music Enjoyer says, where are you? I'm in Leeds, Music Enjoyer. That's where I'm at right now, in the north of England, in Leeds. Foxy says, whereabouts in Leeds City Centre? Yes, Foxy, in Leeds City Centre. And I probably won't go out for to do anything now. It's getting late and I've got like this training in the morning. But somewhere different. What else have we got? I missed someone's comment. Elijah Lowndes is back in the chat and says, I'm back, Edward. Good to see you, Elijah. How are you doing? I just don't know whether it's Elijah or Elijah. 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 Je. I think it's like a je sound, right? Music Enjoyer says, oh, Leeds, nice city. Music Enjoyer. Are you in the UK? I literally thought you were in India. So don't be offended because I do my very best to remember everybody that comes on the channel, and that's like dozens of people that tune in on a regular basis at this point. But yeah, I really do try and remember everyone, but sometimes I get confused. Sage says that bathroom's bigger than my house bathroom. It's a good sized bathroom, to be fair. It's a good sized bathroom. It's more just like for some of the hotel prices that you'll get, £104. I know I keep saying that bigger, but just for what the room is versus the price, it's a little bit expensive. Oh, and a lovely comment from Iluzi or Illuzi. Yeah, Iluzi says, hello, good sir. You give wholesome vibes. Iluzi, thank you so much for the nice compliment and the positive energy. That's what we're all about around here. Good energy, good vibes, coming together from all over the world. And how lovely to see you in the chat. Thank you so much for jumping into the conversation with a very friendly and welcoming entrance. So W to you. Okay. Foxy says, you've been out for a few bevies with mates or you on duty in the morning. Well, I actually travelled here on my own because there was no one coming from my office. And I actually don't know who the people that I'm seeing tomorrow. Like, it's not like a group of us that I've met before. It's kind of like a development group with like some different people, different, what's the word? Not branches, different arms of the organization, shall we say. So yeah, so we'll see. I'll probably hang out with people tomorrow on lunch. Now, if I was with anybody, more than one person, or just one other person, I would go out for like a few drinks. But I actually don't drink. I don't drink alcohol. I probably won't go out for like a drink. If I did still drink like alcohol, I might go out for like a pint or something. I don't, just because you don't drink, that doesn't mean you can't do stuff and go socialise. And like, don't get me wrong, I do it all the time. But I think it's different. It is different when you're drinking in a bar and you're drinking alcohol. Not that I'm saying you should do that. If you're watching chat, I don't personally. I'm not advocating for any type of substance. It is different when you drink. Forder Boy says, "I'm back. Remember me?" Yes, I do. Forder Boy, it's good to see you in the chat. Music Enjoy says, "Oh no, I'm not from India or the UK, but I've been to England on a trip and went through Leeds." Ah, well, thank you, Music Enjoyer. Now I know. Now I know. Music Enjoy says, "I'm actually from Israel." Well, shalom. That is the correct thing to say. I'm pretty sure that is right. I'm pretty sure that's not just a Jewish thing. I'm pretty sure that's like a general greeting in Israel. If it's not, then forgive my ignorance. But I feel like it's. Hmm. And also, Music Enjoyer, what is your first language? Is it Hebrew? Is it Hebrew? Not Yiddish. That's what Hasidic Jews speak. But I guess it's probably Hebrew. Let me know. Let me see. Fox says Guinness. Master Baker says, "Shaggy, that you?" It is indeed me. We've got Scooby in the other room. Um, Cello is back in the chat. Good to see you, Cello. How are you doing this evening? Um, Eddie says, "Edward, how much would it take for you to upgrade every moderator's mod level?" You know what, Eddie? Right now, I think we're chill with the mods. If we need to upgrade any mods, mod level in due course, we can. But right now, the mods, including you, do a great job. So we'll keep it nice and chill. But if in due course, if we need to update the situation, we can do. But I think right now it's good. Master Bacon Fox says, "Bro, what's up, man?" After the initial comment about Shaggy, Master Bacon Fox is back in the chat and says, "Bro, what's up, man? I am actually a fake fox." What's a fennec fox? I don't know what that is. Do you not know what that means? Oh, and Foxy, we do indeed have two foxes, but we're not Foxy. You are the OG fox. Um, I've missed a comment from somebody who was. Oh no, it's Music Enjoyer, and they say, "Yes, that's the greeting." I said shalom to Music Enjoyer as Israel, and they said my first language is Hebrew, but I'm also fluent in English and German. Wow, that is cool. That is awesome, to be fair. Shout out to everybody out there who's speaking more than one language, because I can speak one language fluently and about zero point 0.5, like 0. No, about 5% of Spanish, like literally 5%. I can speak some conversational Spanish, not much, like enough to like get by, but yeah, not enough. I need to improve my language skills, guys, and maybe next year I might go live in Spain for a bit if I can. Um, Cello says, "I'm not doing too good. My ankle hurts so much. I've taken both paracetamol and ibuprofen, and it still hurts so much I can't sleep." Oh, Cello, sorry to hear that. We are, of course, sending you a big hug. Oh, damn, and Cello not just hurt herself, she's broken her ankle. Damn, sorry to hear that. Craig is back in the chat and says, "I'm from Newcastle, so technically I can't speak English." How are you, Craig? How are you, man? So we've got Foxy from County Durham, and we've got Craig from Newcastle. Couple of Northeast lads in the chat. Go on, come on. Love to see it. Fox turned his hand to speaking a little bit of Arabic. A man of many talents. And Sage is from England as well. Foxy, we're giving something, you know. Oh no, no. Craig says that's imitation. Thank you, Craig. You know what? I do enjoy doing my impersonations. Now, I'm not. Sometimes, you know what it is, guys. With impersonations, what I've learned, you're so close to be like there or not there. With an accent, you're either hitting it or you're not. And when it goes wrong, it's really easy. And sometimes they can blend, right? So I was saying last night how, for example, imagine you've got a Welsh accent. You're going up, you're going down. You've got that rolling, kind of lilting up and down sort of thing. But if you go too far, very quick, it starts to turn into a different type of accent. It's a totally different proposition, and before you know it, you're offended multiple different people. So they just blend. You know what I'm saying? Like the Indian, there's a lot of crossover there. Peach Seer says, "Hello, Harim's back." Harim, all the way from South Korea. She says, "Hello, Harim's back. Sorry for not joining so much, but now I'm in the hospital and thanking the doctors for doing the best to save my twin brother from cancer. By the way, we're 15. Well, Harim, we're of course sending you massive hugs, and I'm so sorry to hear you've been having a tough time. If there's anything we can do, let us know. But like I say, we are sending you big hugs, and we're wishing your twin brother all the best. And I hope you're doing okay. And sending thoughts to you and your family at a difficult time. Um, Okay, cool. Well, listen, like I said, I hope everyone is doing well out there today. I'm in Leeds. I've said it many times before, but I'm going to say it once more. I'm in Leeds for a work trip, which is why we've got a bit of a different backdrop, not in the usual spot. And in fact, guys, it's actually going to be a little bit of a shorter stream tonight because work's calling my name. I don't want it to be calling my name, but unfortunately, it's calling my name, and I've got to have a shower before bed, wash my hair. I could wash it in the morning, I guess, but then it might not be dry. Decisions. But yeah, that's where I'm up to. Um, but what more can I say? I hope everyone is doing good. It's been a chill stream this evening. Foxy says phone in sick. Oh, don't give me ideas, Foxy. I started this job about 7 months ago, and I've never had a day off work. Not boasting, that's like normal, but I'm just saying it's been good. Ali Kamal says, "Are you trans boy?" No, Ali Kamal, but it sounds like you are on a gender journey, and as someone sounds like trans, we've got a trans person in the chat right now. So Ali Kamal, I think is trans. So if everybody can be really friendly to Ali, we're wishing him well on his transition journey. Ali, if there's anything you need from us, let us know. And like I said it before, LGBTQ people are very welcome in the chat, whether you are gay, you're straight, whether you're trans like Ali, doesn't matter. We embrace people of all backgrounds. So shout out to Ali. Thank you for being brave, sharing your story, and we wish you all the best. And Sage is non-binary. So like I say, everybody's welcome here. It doesn't matter. The only visit for being around here is just being a chill person. Foxy says, I'm a foxy. I live in a den. Oh, and Sage is clarifying about their gender identity. They say, well, not necessarily non-binary, but I tell people to not complicate things. Fair enough, Sage. Whatever works for you. It's a personal decision, and yeah, good on you for sharing. Music and Joy says favorite movie slash TV show. One of my favorite films of all time. This is England. I think that's a really good film. Favorite movie slash TV show. TV show. One of my favorite TV shows is called Peep Show. Now, Foxy, I don't know if you've seen Peep Show, whether you like it, but you'll have heard of it being from the UK. And most people from the UK above like the age of 20, I think, will have heard of Peep Show. Because I think it ended about 10, 12 years ago. About 11 years ago, I think was the last series, I think. How about you, Music Enjoyer? What's your favourite movie slash TV show? I would be curious to know. All right, guys, we've got a few minutes left of the stream. Let's see how close we can get to 40 likes. It might be a bit of an ask, but we will see. Foxy, I was hoping, Foxy, I was quietly hoping that you would be a Peep Show fan. I was like, I'm prepared mentally for Foxy being like, no, mate, I'm not into it. Don't like Peep Show. But you do, and you say, yeah, mate, Peep Show is funny as mate. Super Hand Smoking Crack is my favourite episode. It's when he's like, yeah, that crack's really Moorish. So yeah, shout out. Like, to be fair, such a good series. Honestly, I think it's just a great series. The thing is, right, in my opinion, the best comedy of all is the type of thing where it's not just surface level humor. It has deeper messaging that it makes you think about themes. And there's maybe some comedies that do that more than Peep Show. I don't know. Peep Show is good. It just makes you think about the different. For anyone that doesn't know, Peep Show is a really well-known-ish kind of comedy, um, and it's based on the lives of these two characters, Mark and Jeremy, or Mark and Jez. And Mark's like the uptight, anxious, like nerdy one, and Jeremy's like the kind of the hippie bum freeloader, doesn't really do much with his life, and just sort of muddles his way through. And within those two characters, there's a lot of the range of the human experience, if you will, like the different personality types, and I think that's why it's so popular with people. And Gaming with Farhan, who I hope is still here, says, "Hi, good to see you, Gaming with Farhan. Love the energy." And Rob says, "You look tired, Ed." Rob, I am tired, mate. It was 2 hours, 20 minutes to get here. I did a day of work as well from like 20 to 9 to, well, it was only four. I actually left work earlier at 4 o'clock. So it was 20 to 9 until 4. And then on the train from like 5-ish until almost 7:30. I've been streaming. So it's been a long day, So I've done my day at work, traveled for 2.5 hours. And then I've been streaming for 82 minutes. So it's been a long day, guys. And that's why we're going to end this stream soon. So we're on 36 likes, which has been epic. Thanks so much to everybody for joining. Let's read a few more comments out. Foxy says, brilliant, mate. Mark, Jeremy, and Superhands. Yeah, three characters, aren't they? Really good. Cello says, I'm on the verge of throwing up. I'll be right back. Well, Cello, I hope you feel better soon. Have a glass of water. Fresh air is always good. Yeah, look after yourself. Amy says, hi, good to see you, Amy. You've caught us very last part of the stream. We are winding this one down. It's been a great stream. 82 minutes almost. Wait a sec. Wait for it. 83 minutes exactly long. So we're doing well, guys. It's been a good stream. And we're ending it soon. Amy says, can you eat a grape? I have no grapes to eat, Amy, so I'm afraid not. Craig says, 42 years old and Red Dwarf, especially the very early days, is easily the best TV series, hands down. Craig, I'm going to shock you. I've never actually seen Red Dwarf. I've only seen bits of it. I'm not against it. I'm not a hater. But yeah, I would need to watch it. I bet I would like it, to be fair, because I feel like from what I've seen, looking back at it now, it would be really good. Fox is on board with Red Dwarf as well. And Cello says, I'm back. Good to see you back once more. Back like a boomerang, back in the game. Sage has got to go in 12 minutes. Worry not, Sage. We won't be streaming for as long as another 12 minutes tonight. Amy says, do you know about 10 tours? No, I do not know what that is, Amy. I do not know. I'm afraid I simply do not know. Eddie says, I'm considering just quitting as a mod. Brackets, please don't unmod me. Yeah, no, listen, Eddie, if you don't want to be a mod, that is absolutely cool. There's no hard feelings. And if that's how you feel, then I will respect your wishes. I don't want you to quit, but if you want to, honestly, you do what's right for you. Alrighty, guys. If there's anybody, 10 people, shout out to you. Listen, we're trying to hit 40 likes. It's maybe an impossible dream. We're trying to hit 40 likes before we end the stream. We've not got long. So if anybody's watching the stream and they haven't hit the like button, be part of the gang, hit the button. As you can tell, normally I'm full of energy. I'm full of beans. But I've travelled from my home to Leeds, and it's been a while. It's taken me a while. So right now, I'm chilling. Oh, and Abby says, came back because I forgot to like. Oh, ciao. Abby, you are an absolute sweetheart. And Cello says, I liked real ones, absolute real ones. Wonder Tim says, have you seen Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie? Wonder Tim, that's a lot of questions. I don't know. I don't know what that means. I've definitely, I know who Nirvana are as a band, but I've not seen the show or the movie. Sage says, people, please like Ed deserves tea. Listen, if there's anybody out there that's not hit like, you know what to do. But we may not make it tonight, gang, and that's okay. That's okay. I love the lines between Foxy and now that's AKA Craig. If I'm not mistaken, I always have to think what your real name is, Craig, because that like you're such a long username always throws me off. But loving the vibes between Craig and Foxy. Cello says, I sadly got to go now. Bye, y'all. Take care, Cello. Look after yourself. Look after yourself, and we'll see you soon. Wanta Tim says, update when Super Mario RPG, Sonic the Hedgehog, Donkey Kong 3. Sounds like those are some of Wanta Tim's favourite games. Fair play. Fair play. Gang. 86 minutes in. It's been a good game. Sage has got to go in 10. Snake. Foxy's talking about Snake on mobile phones, if I'm not mistaken, unless he's still on about Red Dwarf. Master Bacon Fox says, yo, I'm back. Rob says, battery low. Rob, the only battery that's low right now is my battery. I'm running low on energy. And like I said, I think it's just the travel plus the work and knowing that I've got to get up in the morning. Foxy says, knock your Snake, mate. Not Snake was an absolutely... I've not played Snake in years, but Snake was a great game. Rob, you're a Snake. Foxy remembers Snake. I'm sure Craig remembers Snake. Back in the day, like early 2000s, when there was games on the phone where I think like Snake was good. Snake was a good time. What more can I say? But listen, everybody, this has been... Foxy says, it's battery low. One sec, let me take my earphone out. Battery low. I think that's the vibe. So listen, guys, my battery is low. So we're going to end this stream. Thank you so much for joining. Always great to have you here with us. Sage says I had to get a Nokia because my phone broke. Snake is indeed peak. Snake is the business. But listen, guys, thank you so much for joining. This has been a slightly short stream. Fox says deep voice low. So we're gonna end the stream. Rob says good night, mate. Rob, good night to you. Thank you for joining the stream. Of course, as always, I'm wishing you well, sending you big hugs. I'm gonna end this with some shout outs, all right? So I'm gonna say shout out to Foxy, shout out to Eddie, shout out to Craig, shout out to Rob, Shout out to Sage. Shout out to Master Bacon Fox. Shout out to Cello, one to Tim. Who else have I missed? And Abby, of course. Everybody else that was here this evening. Thank you so much. Master Bacon Fox says, no, don't leave. Unfortunately, I have to, my friend, because I'm back at work tomorrow, but worry not, we'll be streaming again, 8 p.m. UK tomorrow. So if you've not hit subscribe already, Master Bacon Fox, hit subscribe, join the vibe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Foxy says, good night, mate. Have fun at training day. Thank you very much, Foxy. Have a good day yourself, mate. Take care. Good night to you all. Sleep well, and I will see you tomorrow at 8 p.m. UK time. Big hugs for now, and look after yourselves. All right, that's it. Bye.